Welcome in, everybody. It is ShotQuality Live BetCast. Today is Thursday, December 28th, and we don't really like to waste too much time around here. I'll drop the graphic off right here. You got me, you got Alec Musa. We are going to be here live for the next 45 minutes, dropping some plays. So just welcome in to BetCast. Every single Tuesday and Thursday, we use ShotQuality's Live Score Center to identify live betting opportunities for you to tail along with us. We'll have our sports books open. We'll be placing bets, telling you what we locked in, and talking a little bit about why we're doing it, what we're seeing on the Live Score Center, which you can see right here next to us. So let's, of course, give this video a like, subscribe, help us continue to grow what we think is our greatest show so far. We don't like to waste much time. Moose, how you doing? Let's jump into some of these games. They're going right to halftime, this big 9 o'clock slate. Giving a little love to your West Coast tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some good ones, USC, Oregon. I know one of the ShotQuality blogs we had come out talking about USC, and I mean, it's no secret their their recruiting class was epic with number 1 recruit Isaiah Collier coming in. Not great. Their tempo's been good. They're expecting more points. Not happening for the ShotQuality Live Score either right now. They have 25 points. ShotQuality expects just 28, so it's right on that number.
Yep.
Already played one earlier today, Albany, and I waited till there's about 10 minutes left in the game to get them against LIU, your Sharks. They were projected to be up 11 per ShotQuality score, and it was tied. You can get them at 2.5 on the spread. So it was worth it.
That really worked well. LIU fell apart in the last few minutes. We also cashed our pick of the day, Moose. It's already done. We're here a little late, so usually we're in the thick of it, but we know for sure Central Arkansas got home, so a nice win for the pick of the day, really starting off this post-holiday break well. But let's talk about what we're seeing on this board right now. This might be the longest we've waited to get a pick in. We got new pick locked in video graphics, so I'm really hyped about this. First one up here, USC, Oregon. It looks like Oregon's up big, maybe expected to be up a little bit less. I think we're going to wait and see how that one goes, see what else is on the board for us to take a peek at. I mean, I'll tell you right now, Montana's going to be a bet, losing right here by 16, expected to be losing by 3. So we'll look at Montana, look to fade Weber State there. And then I think also the same thing applies here to go against Eastern Washington, up 39-25. And you can see ShotQuality only expects them to be leading by 3. So I like both of those spots. Are you seeing anything else that you think we should be locking in? And we'll make both of those official plays in 2 seconds as I pull my sports book up. But Moose, talk to me here. And
the reason I brought up the Albany play earlier is sometimes you got to wait till halfway through the second half to get a play. But I see one just in the bottom right. You can't see it completely, but I can see it on my phone right here. Is the under in Eastern Washington, Portland State.
Okay. But, yeah, that's the thing, though. Like, you talk about this mostly Eastern Washington, though. Is the value more on Eastern Washington here than it is necessarily on the under? Yeah,
no, I get where you're coming. You're saying Eastern Washington. Well, Eastern Washington is scoring, what is that, 13?
13 more than expected, yeah.
Yeah, it was Portland State was just at 23, kicked up to 25, I believe. But, I mean, the half's almost over. We're talking one team scoring 40, one team approaching 30. We'll see what happens in the next minute 45. I'll probably wait until halftime to readjust and have some time to look it over. But we're talking about two teams that ShotQuality doesn't have breaking 30 so far.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make the first pick of the show on the Montana Grizzlies here at the half. I'm seeing plus 13.5 at minus 104 for me right now. I'll go ahead and lock that in. And guess what, guys? We get to use the brand new play locked in video clip. You're going to get used to this around here. A live bet locked in. Montana is going to be the first one, plus 13.5. We're going to go over to our live handy dandy ShotQuality sheet. We have in the comments, we have a sheet. You can see it come in live. So I'm going to go with Montana plus the 13.5, minus 104 is my first bet of the night, locking it in right here. So I don't know, Moose, are you gonna ride on this one with me?
I want to see a little bit more. I'll be honest with you. I know it's only a 3-point game. You've been killing it, so it's probably stupid on my end for not tailing it and not riding with it. But as you can tell by the volume of plays, you play a little bit more than I've been playing so far. So I'm going to wait a little bit, but I think you're 1,000% on the right side. Gun to head, I'm taking Montana 10 out of 10.
There it is. There it is. So you can see it comes up live. You can click right into the YouTube if you have, just watching it on the sheet. I don't know. You should be here watching with us. But all right, Musa's not playing it. I'm playing it. Let's go get the other pick that I liked, which was that Eastern Washington game. That Eastern Washington game, making sure we get the right play here. It's still 25-39, guys. ShotQuality Score is edging a little bit closer, 25-26, 25-27. This is exactly what we've been looking for, what has led to that stellar record for me. I mean, 26 and 12, we're rivaling the pick of the day pretty quickly out here. Not nearly as good, but yeah, this one feels like a nice pick here. Trying to pull it up on my computer screen, which is being a little blocked out by my camera. It's a high intensity show out here, but yeah, I'm seeing. Oh, I went to the women's NCAA I went to the wrong one. It is difficult to even see for myself. Moose, do you like anything else on the board right now?
No, I'm just really eyeing this East. I'm going to go ahead and take Eastern Washington now with a minute 15 left. I'm pulling it up now. I'm going to stamp this one. For some reason, my books,
15.5.
Oh, you're talking about taking Eastern Washington with the points, or are you thinking about taking Portland State with the points, you mean?
Portland State with the points because Eastern Washington is down.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the under.
Oh, you like the under?
Yes, I like the under.
All right. You can go ahead and take the under, Moose. I'm going to grab Portland State plus 15.5, minus 123. What are you getting for your under?
I'm looking to see if I can get 153 somewhere. I'm just perusing. For some reason, sometimes the whatever app I use here, I already forget the name of it, with all the lines, it'll get confused. Like it's showing 153.5 on some books, 158. I know one of them's wrong, but it's only showing me two books at the moment. So I'm trying to figure out which one. I'm guessing the one that's 158 is wrong because I just found 152.5. So let's go ahead and say 153.5. 153.5. I'm looking for it.
All right.
Yeah, which almost halftime anyways.
Yep, I got 16.5 at minus 121 was my official lock in. So I'll go ahead and put that in here. It's going to be Portland State plus 16.5. And I love that we take the dogs, right? That's what we've been doing. Sometimes a little bit expensive. Check the comments. Let's see. Card Addict loves it. Idaho State. Let's check it out. If you like things in the comments, please feel free to check it out or tell us what we got.
And he's a dog. I know what he's doing.
In the Discord, hanging out, making some good plays for sure. We got a good crew up in the Discord. Make sure you join discord.gg/shotquality. Really easy. And make sure you accept the rules or else you're not going to get the full Discord experience and see the pick of the day. You can chat with us. But, this is a little slim right now, Moose. I think for posterity's sake, we gotta go take USC plus the points at the half here. What do you think about that one?
I mean, I'm sure USC fans, if they could hear what you're saying, would love it because you're on a heater. But no, I like that. And then back to the Idaho State thing. He likes to take those favorites that get points at halftime. Idaho State closing as a 1.5-point favorite against Montana State. The Bobcats getting 4.5. And dude, let's see what the shot quality is. He wants them to be winning in shot quality, so I'm not sure what.
It's close. That's close. We can open up the Score Center, go take a look at that specific game, see if maybe something didn't update. But it looks like this game is exactly as expected. There's no deviation from the expectation, the shot quality score. Maybe a few players are doing cold, are doing well, but it's sort of evening itself out. You can see here, number of good shots. I'm definitely a little bit worried about the poor number of good shots taken from Idaho State while Montana State continues to take good looks. I think, without any real shot quality difference between the actual and the expected, this is not going to be a play for me, but I am taking plus 14.5 on the USC Trojans at minus 117 for a play. Give me 2 seconds and I'll hit the music here. I don't know, Moose. Do you trust the Trojans?
I do not. They have the talent. They have the talent, though. So that's the thing.
Yep.
Like they have the talent and they have the coaching. You can't even argue that they don't. It's a lot of new faces, a lot of things, moving parts that aren't moving currently.
to maybe make that a little faster. I think the 4 seconds is good, but yeah, USC is going to be plus 14.5. Entering it on my sheet right now. Moose, make sure you're updating yours so that if people are following along.
Yeah. I'm trying to still get a number here.
Okay.
It's halftime in Eastern Washington, so I have time to find these. Thankfully, it's not one where I got to get really quick. I found 153.5. I'm going to see a couple other books because it's important to line shop.
Yep.
Like on MGM, it's minus 115, but on DraftKings, it's minus 105. It's a pretty big difference. So
yes, sir. That it is. Look, I think now we're hitting the top of the hour. It's 10 p.m. This is like the latest episode we've ever done. So big shout out to anybody who's here hanging out with us right now. This is the ShotQuality Live BetCast, where every single Tuesday and Thursday, normally at 7:45, but of course we always like to make sure we're hanging out on the biggest slate of the night, the biggest hour of the night, the most loaded amount of games. So here at 9:45, but set your calendars for 7:45 Tuesdays and Thursdays. We use ShotQuality's Live Score Center, which you can see right here next to us, to make some live bets to try to find scenarios that we like, usually shot quality disagreement with what's actually going on the floor, whether that be a team getting too hot, a team getting too cold, maybe one team going one way, the other the opposite, both teams getting too hot. We usually play an under in those types of scenarios, but we're going to be out here looking for them. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about 10 Tech. Moose, I don't know. This one's kind of right on. Maybe a good spot to get in on 10 Tech at the half if you expect them to keep going. They were a slight underdog in this game. We have 10 Martin, Tennessee State, this kind of 8:30 start time Eastern, starting to kind of trickle to a close. I'm not really feeling anything on that game. The 8 p.m. slate is far too close to the finish to be betting on. It looks like Sam Houston State's kind of getting the raw end of a deal here, not really keeping Texas Tech there expected. So, pretty interesting and a crazy one for Prairie View, A&M, UTSA, where the under was really expected to be hitting ShotQuality Score. This is crazy. I mean, sitting here at like 110 points for this game, while they are both on fire and just draining everything, scoring 165 points. Pretty wild, Moose. That's college basketball for you.
Yeah, no doubt. It's one of those sports where literally anything can happen in any game. There's 360 D1 teams.
360 D1 teams, man. It is not for the faint of heart. We got a suggestion out here. Little Rock, Tennessee, OU155, 73.5. Little Rock is fast paced. 155 at the half. Pretty interesting. We can take a look. Shot quality data here for that game. We just talked about the teams, but expecting 77 points. That's probably a really good line. No real edge for shot quality, maybe a slight lean to the over, expecting about 4 extra points, but you're talking about a few percent different. That's not really enough where we're jumping on it. You can see both arrows pointing up on the points per shot. So a few extra decimals. So maybe a small edge you're getting if you like Little Rock to keep pushing the pace. And obviously a tight one. This game could pretty easily go to overtime. Second half just starting there. We'll take a peek at it as it gets underway, and we'll be here for the next 30 minutes. So we'll give out a play if we start to see maybe they're missing a few shots or they're hitting a few too many, and we can catch some value.
No doubt. I somehow user error over here. I lost the sheet that we were using to update the picks, but I got 154.5, sir.
Which one was that?
154.5.
For which game?
That would be Eastern Washington. I got it minus 120. So it would be Eastern Washington versus – oh, nice. You shared it to me with me. Who are they playing already? We go 1,000 miles per hour around here. So
they do. We're playing Portland State. So, it's –
under 154.
Oh, under. Okay, I'm misleading everybody. Eastern Washington under Portland State. All right, so 4 picks are locked in on the show. You got the sheet in the comments. If you want to look for them, we can repost it right now. Not seeing too much else. We've had a really high flying couple of shows, and we will have a lot of them. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be very busy days, but of course, just getting back from the holiday break, we can.
It's been a tough couple of days. Yesterday we had 2 games And today we have like 20. We're getting it. Next Thursday, we'll be back to regular programming.
Yeah, we'll have like 11 game slates where we're firing. I mean, we could maybe take a peek at the Sacramento State Idaho game. That one kind of got to a point here, Moose, where I'm feeling like maybe this is an entry to fade Idaho coming here.
I was thinking the same thing. It's close. Again, I like to look for a little bit more value. Seems like you're always on the right side, though, like with the Montanas and the USCs.
I'll pump the brakes a little bit. I hate seeing this happen to Sam Houston State tonight. I was on the wrong side of that one myself.
Oh, you bet Sam Houston?
I did. I took the 17.5. So not pretty. But look, having a pretty nice time. Hopefully we can get Tennessee Tech to keep going. This Montana State, Idaho State, that's Big Sky action. So a lot of these fun, smaller conferences should hopefully give us a nice edge here. We can just point our attention. Literally, we'll go into the Sacramento State Idaho game. This is really that's the wrong. I clicked on the wrong button.
And for those that are keeping score at home, the Celtics are up 2 on the Pistons.
Oh wow! They were down 20.5. How much time's left?
They're in OT. It's 123-117, but something must have happened to send them to OT because it was a 3-point game with like 5 seconds left.
They're up 6 now. Yeah, it's probably over.
So the streak continues.
That's unbelievable. I think a lot of people are probably watching that tonight. And look, if you like NBA, man, we'll talk to you right now about it. We have the live scores for NBA. Like, we have everything that you would want to have if you're looking at NBA for live betting just the same way. So maybe we'll have to do an NBA one day. Maybe we'll. I've
done pretty well on the NBA. One thing I have done is I've stopped betting sides when it comes to ShotQuality Live Score, but just because some of these teams I just don't know what they're going to do. I do know more about the college landscape than the NBA one, but the totals have been awesome, whether it's overs and unders. So I'm a fan. Of both. I don't discriminate when it comes to the Score Center. There's value to be found, and I like to find it. So
there is always value to be found on the Score Center, and we'll keep you guys all posted as these games continue to go. Sacramento State, Idaho. I feel like we're right there. Idaho, if you just saw, didn't get points, but shot quality score went up. That's usually means the kind of thing they just missed a shot, right? Like we probably could have gotten a better line before they missed that shot, assuming Sacramento State got a defensive rebound. Live lines flip by like 2 points every time possession switches. I mean, it just happens because that's kind of how everything works. But look, going to be an interesting couple of minutes here. We got 25 minutes left on the show. If anybody's just pulling up, we definitely, like to make sure that anyone coming in late still understands what we're doing here. If you're hanging out on Twitter or on YouTube, this is the ShotQuality Live BetCast where we use the Live Score Center, which of course is always up next to us unless we're recapping the plays that we have up, which you can see really quickly right there. But we use the Live Score Center to scroll through the day's games, see where shot quality has differences of expectations for the teams that are playing, usually by just using these very convenient arrows on the points per shot metrics and trying to pinpoint spots so we can get value on the board. It's gone very well. We've had a good time. This is the 4th live episode that we've ever done. We had one pre-recorded episode. We're back. We're going to be doing right here in this driver's seat, me and Moose, every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:45 p.m. So unless, of course, we do switch it up to get to the best game slate we can. So when you see a big game slate later in the night, you can pretty safely assume we'll be attacking that one. But let's second half starting, Moose. We feel like Idaho versus Sacramento State here. Is this getting to that point? Sacramento State expected to be winning the shot quality. 15 minutes left. I'm feeling like we have a bet to place.
Yeah, no, and the thing, too, is the farther it gets into the games, the closer the line gets to the actual score. So if Sac State's down 6 with like 10 minutes left, the spread's going to be right around that number. Right now I'm seeing Sac State plus 4.5, which is pretty much not a ton of value because they're still saying they're down 6. We're giving them like a possession and value here. Shot quality has them up. If you're feeling it, for all means, sir, go for it.
trying to find the line. I think I don't know if they have it on the PPH book, which is all I was able to pull up quickly today. So I may need to take a second to get out a different sports book, which is
take your time. I'm just looking at while he does that. I'm looking at Tuesday's lineup because I always like to look ahead on these Tuesday, Thursdays. I mean, we're loaded with games. DePaul, UConn, Buffalo, and I don't care who's playing. I'm just saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games, 16 games at 5 o'clock on Tuesday.
This is a tough one. Look, I think the 10 p.m. email just hit. If you're a ShotQuality member, this is where you know that what we have as our plays tomorrow for the model. It's definitely always in your best interest to be getting live plays in. I think we have a lot of these plays locked in at the moment. I'm going to make this one more right now. I got 5.5 for Sacramento State, minus 125 on DraftKings, Moose. I'm going to hit the button. There it is. That's the button I'm hitting. 5.5, minus 125. We're putting it on the sheet for Sacramento State. I think this one's going to be great. I really think that just honestly, this is going to come down to it at the end of this game. So, yeah, Sacramento State plus 5.5, minus 125, locked in on the sheet, which, of course, you can see right here. You can see me literally typing it in. I'm going to share the document in the comments right now. So, a little bit of a slower episode, Moose. Not going to lie, it's been a little bit of a slower night, and that's going to happen. We, of course, just sort of go with the ebbs and the flows of how college basketball tends to give us the edges, but I think what we have here tonight, what we're going to be riding with is really favorable. Every single time we're out here, we're pretty much riding on these dogs. Overs and unders have been a little bit up and down, a little bit of both showing their faces out here, but dogs like to bark in the live game. I'm feeling good.
No, I like your USC play. Out of all the plays, mainly because our boy Brett had a good write-up. They're expected to be a little bit better than they've been, and they got a good tempo, they got a good offense, and they got talent. And you got, 14.5, was it? Something ludicrous like that?
Yep.
Against an Oregon team that –
they're down 12. But, yeah, shot quality margin's still 7. I think you can get in.
They're down 10 now. I don't know if it's updated yet, but we got 35-45 in favor of the Ducks. But it's a close game. Oregon's winning the second half 10-3.
Yep. And the live line is now down to 7.5. So you're seeing some of the value immediately come in here on that 14.5 that we were able to get at the half. So a nice run to open. I mean, if you took USC with me, I really don't hate getting out and middling and trying to get in. But I'm probably going to ride. I see no real reason. But that's a really good way to just be like, okay, I don't even want to sweat. I just want to use these tools to essentially win money, like no doubt. Middling is that way, right? Because you just create such a good opportunity for yourself. Of course, there's a lot of differing schools of thought on whether that's actually the better way to do it. But I think if you sort of want to reduce risk and maybe have it not be a super stressful way and create those middles where, maybe you pay the 10, 15, 20 cents if you lose, but have a chance to hit both, right? So your odds can get pretty good. Personal taste. I'm going to stay just riding it. I have only middled once on the show. So if we get a middle, that'll be a big deal. But Sac State right back to 4, looking good. Montana Weber, a little shaky, but if you didn't get in on Montana, you definitely still can. Let's see what the live line is there for me right now.
I think some of these have stopped updating for the moment. It takes us a little bit.
I have Montana down 18, so this actually looks pretty good. This is just like a second behind. If this goes to 50 in a second, Montana Weber is totally up to date.
Like USC, we're in an 8-point game now with the Trojans.
Okay. So this one might just be a little. That could have happened quickly. It could just be like 30 seconds behind. So I would just give it a second. Of course, we say it all the time. It's a brand new tool. It is state of the art, like cutting edge stuff that you're seeing here. And that can mean that sometimes the data feeds are not perfect. Make sure you verify time codes. Make sure you're within a few seconds. That's why we like to place our bets at the half, at the timeouts, because we have a better opportunity to know that we're not behind the game and potentially missing a big bucket or a turnover and locking in a live line as we wait our 5 seconds on the sports book. It's a sport. It's a tough game. It's not easy. It takes experience. It takes know-how. We're here to talk about it every single day. You can see some of the 10 p.m. games are starting to populate, and maybe that'll help push things. But no, it looks like USC Oregon a little bit delayed right now. Weber Montana maybe also a tad delayed. Still seeing that at 50-32, and live lines 15.5 right now plus 100. I feel like we don't have a lot of meat on the bone right now, Musa. I'm gonna re-enter. We haven't done this a lot.
Yeah, no kidding. I have one in there. These 8 o'clock games are starting.
I'm re-entering. I'm playing that Montana State again for another small play. And we haven't said this yet today, but I play 0.1 units per bet on this show. So I'm not betting the house, betting nice and responsibly. Feeling really good about it, though. Love everything we're playing. But yeah, I just re-entered. That means I got to hit the music. I got to hit the sound effect. If you don't like the sound effect, just shoot me a DM. Be like, hey, your sound effect sucks. And we will try to change it. There we go. That's what you get. I wish it didn't mute the mic. I wish I could change that. But it does mute the mic when it plays. So, yeah, bet locked in 15.5 plus 100 for this Montana Grizzlies team. That's a big line. I know they're down 18, but you got to think Weber State getting lucky. Like, I know Montana State's it's not Montana. It's Montana's, not Montana State. It's Montana. No Hannah. But yeah, this is a good spot. I mean, we're getting a better value than we had. So I really do like this one. Caught a good number, even money. So yeah, let's go ahead and play that one. Should be a fun bet. So 4 picks for me. A slim night. We should enjoy the slim night, Musa, because
no doubt about it. I'm only sweating one. And you play what? You said 0.1 units per play. I'm out here. I play 1 unit per play, but this is also like Justin does a ton of pre-game betting, and he's got his own Discord server, all that stuff he does. I only do this. This is my betting for the. I only do.
You're my expert here, man. Looks like there's some interesting scores right now. USC Trojans are down 8 at the moment, so that's looking nice. Montana just put a bucket in, so they're down 16. It's going to be a good finish. Montana State, Idaho, still Idaho State down 12. Kind of glad I passed there. And Eastern Washington's running away on Portland State out the half. We're probably going to need them to figure it out. But let's scroll through what we're seeing on the score.
And some of these are the updates are coming in quick. That's the good thing about this. When we're lagging behind a couple minutes, once it starts cooking again, it goes quick. So I'm seeing that the Oregon just put on 2 points, and Idaho just put on 2 points. So I think it's going to speed up here relatively quick, I would imagine. Unless, of course,
it looks like things are a little off. That's unfortunate.
But it was at 30-42. Now it's at 30-44. Sometimes I'll notice it'll just jump. Like it'll just jump right to the actual score. But then sometimes a shot quality score will lag behind that. So that's definitely something to keep in consideration. If all of a sudden the 30-44 becomes 37-45, but the shot quality score doesn't update, just give it a second, because that also needs to update.
It's literally running the calculations is what it's doing. So we do run these calculations live. It is still a shot quality score that we're basing off of the information we can get rapidly and calculating this as quickly as possible. And obviously it's worked. I mean, you do not get to the type of 26-12 record that I have, even Musa 11-6. Over that whole course, it's 37-18. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. So we're feeling really good about the edges you get here. I've
never felt so bad about 11-6.
You should not ever feel bad about
I know, but everywhere else you're like, damn, you're 11-6, you're doubling up your wins to your loss. I'm like, yeah, but the other guys
literally almost at like 67%. And he's telling you he feels bad. So that can tell you the pressure that we're putting on Moose over here, maybe too much. But I look, this is going to be a great slate to watch come to a close. I think we've probably hit on all the big ones here so far. We can maybe take a look at some of these games starting off, see if anything's crazy is happening. UCLA starting off slow. I mean, you can even sometimes get in there. I mean, that game's now 7-7 already, so even this could be a little bit behind what the sports books are seeing. But, I would imagine UCLA getting in -4 right now. If Oregon State's getting that lucky, it could definitely be pretty favorable. We'll watch that one as we get into the last 15 minutes here. Show is always 45 minutes. Try to keep it right at that perfect human attention span level, not just for you guys out there, but for me, for Musa. It's hard, guys. I mean, this is betting every single game at once is not easy. I would definitely recommend, trying to laser focus in, getting, finding a good line, and then also finding a good moment to get in on it. There's multiple things at work here. I don't know how you feel, what your sort of process is, maybe when you're not under the lights, Musa, if it's any different. But I know for me, it's very frantic scrolling. I don't even know. But
I see Sacramento State, Idaho's updated. I think I'm going to have another play here. We might need to hit this button. I'm just going to make sure it's updated, and it just updated. That's what I'm talking about. So it just updated on the actual score, which is ahead of the score app, 39-44, but the ShotQuality score was lagging behind. So it was showing Idaho was only supposed to have 32 points. And Sac State was only supposed to have 35 points. I was like,
this looks like it's perfectly accurate right now.
Yeah, then it just updated a second ago, and okay, never mind. I was about to say under on the Idaho, but it just updated. We're good. But Sac State, anybody? I know you're on.
Sac State's still an entry. You can definitely still enter here on Sac State, +5.5, -115. I am seeing. I have that play in. You can see that, I think, right here on the sheet that we have. So, yeah, I have Sac State at worse odds. So, really still a nice entry here on Sac State. Probably wouldn't want to get in any later than in the next few minutes. UC Davis, Santa Barbara. See what's going on with that game really fast. That's just getting – that's in the second half. Really no deviation here. Can't really touch that. Montana, Weber State, we've talked about ad nauseum at this point. You can still get +16.5. We love this value here. So if you're just joining us now for the show where we use ShotQuality Bets Live Score Center to bet on games, Montana's a play. They're expected to be down by just 2. So, yeah, 16.5. I feel like that's one of those beautiful spots, -110. I'm already on it twice. I got 14 and 15. Or it actually might be 13 and 15. Yes, 13 and 15. So I really like that one. I expect it to work out, and it just ballooned to 21. Weber hit another 3. So, yeah, probably just about to get your best value there. 10 Tech is losing a little bit to Little Rock. See, we said we were going to check in on the total there, Moose. What do you make of that 10 Tech Little Rock total now? It looks like things are maybe moving a little slow, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, but there might be some value. Oh, there was a little bit for a second on 10 Tech. It's teasing us. It's like, oh, it's almost enough points where you could think over, and it's almost enough points where you could think Tennessee Tech, but not quite there.
Yep, definitely. This is sort of how it's going to go. There's going to be days where there's just not a lot of value on the board, and that's okay. We're not here to force plays. We're here to show you how to effectively use this brand new cutting edge tool. You can see this 10 Martin Tennessee State game coming to a close. Not really much that was going to be there, but these numbers are saying that the expectations are pretty straight up what is happening. You don't see it too much. Of course, Portland State, Eastern Washington. This is definitely a play you can continue to take now up to 19.5.
Live under on this one's down to 147, so we're cooking here. I'm really liking that. It seems to be that Portland State's playing a little bit better defense. They've only given up 7 points with 4.5 minutes into the second half, and their offense has stayed abysmal, like ShotQuality thought it was.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but I'm seeing +19.5, -113. We're doing the re-entry here today. I think we're just going to make it for another one for me. 19.5, -113, Portland State. I'm going to go down with the ship, guys. This is what I'm here for. Captain of this thing. If it doesn't work out, it's fine, but I'm going to hit the ground. We got a live bet locked in. Another one, Portland State. Come on, 19.5, -113. Love the line. I think this should be a really good one. So I'm double dipping now. And that's okay. I'm really cool with the double dip. I think you got to sort of trust it. Again, we're taking a better line than what we had. So I could win one, lose one very easily. And I think that we're going to be in a good spot. Moose, I hate to sort of pull rank here, but you're going to need to make some more bets, dude. This is like your job.
Yeah, no, it is, and I'm waiting a little bit for these games. I know someone, Colby, brought up UCLA, Oregon State. There's not enough time for me. He's gone by, but that's one where I'm like, that could be a spot. But one I'm really looking at that I might jump on here soon, even though a lot of time hasn't gone by, is Cal State, Fullerton, Long Beach State over. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of meat left on the bone for just 7 minutes in. We're talking 4, 5, 6. We're talking a lot of points. 13 points of overvalue, and it's been 13 minutes. If it gets to 15, I'm touching it.
I think, as we wind down the show, we'll maybe make a last play or two in about 5 minutes. We'll hopefully get this one maybe through that to that 12-minute timeout, and we can take a look. Maybe they miss a few more shots, and the offense continues to run a little fast. Cal State Fullerton not turning the ball over much. This could definitely be a little fast-paced. Looks like Northridge could be a place where ShotQuality would say you could find some value. They're starting off the game a little bit cold. Looks like that USC play is going to be a good one. I mean, you're holding a plus 14 on a team that's now down 7, looking solid. Montana hopefully can make a run for us. Sacramento State kind of fading, but plenty of time. I don't have any action here on Montana State. We're definitely hoping Portland State can figure something out. Maybe some garbage time goes our way. But yeah, Eastern Washington's just hitting everything tonight. So that's a solid. Which
in Portland State's not hitting anything. Live now is 144, and I got in at 154. So I'm cooking with 10 points of value in what's a blowout. So that makes me feel a little bit better too.
ROI, Musa, perfect. 1-0. You can't ask for anything better. You didn't lose. Clean sheet. Look, let's go. Sacramento State pulling back into it, only down 4. This Montana's going to be tough. I just hope we get some funky late game behavior. Weber State maybe take some players out. It's conference play. They could want their young guys to get some experience in it. It's going to be interesting.
I don't know who's scoring, but I know Dylan Jones is a beast over there at Weber State. So I'm assuming when he comes out, life should get a lot easier for everybody because he's a Big Sky Player of the Year candidate.
Yep, for sure. Look, Musa, we're right here in the last 5 minutes. I just want to thank everybody who's hanging out with us. Of course, we'll say our goodbyes in a second, and you can always subscribe, make sure you get all the notifications. Discord, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Between Musa and I, we do it all, man. We're everywhere. We want to be everywhere. We want to be showing you about what's so cool with shot quality data. It helps me win a lot of bets. Helps us hopefully cash a few more here. But, I think let's go ahead and place this. It's not on the slate we were supposed to be here for, Moose. But Long Beach, Cal State, Fullerton over. It's looking like it's got to be a play here. I'm seeing it all the way. If I can find it. At 141.5 over minus 112. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is probably going to be my last bet of the evening. We'll recap bets in a minute, but let's go ahead and lock that one in 141.5 over for Fullerton and Long Beach State at minus 112. So one little final lock. Bang. And I'll put it on the sheet right now. So Fullerton, Long Beach, 141 minus 112.
I don't want to be that guy, but can I take 140.5 on Bet Rivers?
Dude. If you got a better line than me, you take it.
And I think for the sake of having an odd number and looking good on Eastern Washington, I'm also going to pull the other one, the other California school, CSUN.
Okay, you're going to take Northridge.
Yeah, I see CSUN at minus just moved to 4.5. I wanted to get it at 3.5. I'm going to take that 140. I'm updating you already hit the button, though, and that might as well have been for both of us. I'm going to take 140 on.
It was for Fullerton. Okay, yeah. So there's your last play of the night, guys. Musa, I've been updating your sheet for you. We're working on it, guys, keeping all these bets organized right here. Flowing. Make sure you follow the sheet. Make sure you're testing out the live score center. Every single person who visits ShotQuality Bets gets one free game a day of the score center. So even if you aren't a member, even if you haven't signed up, you can still test it out. Members, if you sign up for the picks and projections and the tools, you get one game from this. Well, you get the single game slate. So any standalone game. So if there's a late night game, if there's an early day game, you'll get that. And then, of course, we do offer every single game, part of our premium membership. You can click on your account, send us an email, and we'll get talking to you about how you can unlock that. But this is some of the coolest data out there, guys. Musa, you're one of the coolest guys out there. Really appreciate you hanging with us. Really appreciate all you guys out there locking in picks. We'll be back next Tuesday. Hey, look, we got another Justin in the chat. Great name, dude. Appreciate you hanging. Appreciate everybody out there, Twitter and YouTube, for 45 minutes, usually at 7:45. Make sure you stay tuned to our emails, our social feeds in case we switch it up. We try to get you the most games possible. Moose, any parting words before we get out of here?
Let's get some points in Long Beach. That's about it. I feel good everywhere else, though. Eastern Washington, I feel good about. I see your boys over at Sac St making it a game. The 3-point game last time I checked. USC made it a game. Montana just didn't. It's not falling for them, I guess. But other than that, I think we're doing pretty good.
We're doing all right. It's going to be – USC is going to be tight. It's going to be a fun sweat. Definitely join us in the Discord. We'll be chatting about it, recapping picks. We'll definitely post the results on Twitter when all is said and done. But please, of course, visit the almighty ShotQualityBets.com. Check out a lot of really cool data. We are barely scratching the surface on this show, guys. This show shows off one tool out of the many. So for myself, for Musa, for the whole team, Michael, thank you for tuning in. We'll be here Tuesday and Thursday next week.
There's like 14 5 o'clock games.
Man. He's on Mountain Time. He means 7 p.m. Eastern games. But we appreciate every single one of y'all for hanging out, watching later, whatever it is, trying to maybe figure out how you can use ShotQuality's data to make some of these picks. That's what it's about, man. And so we'll get played off. We'll catch you next time. This is the ShotQuality Live BetCast. That's Alec Musa. I'm Justin Perry. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.